Alright kids, this is Geometry Unit 1, Lesson 2, which means you should already have completed Lesson 1. Please open your book to page 4, which looks like what you see on the screen. So today we're going to color in this number chart to help us identify angles when given a degree amount. So when we can't see the angle drawn out, but instead it says something like this. So if it was 98 degrees, how would I know what type of angle that was? So we're going to do this by color coding this number chart. And this number chart you're going to use on pages 5, 6, and 7 today. So the first one we're going to talk about is a right angle. So before you start, you need to go get 4 crowns, 4 different color crowns. So pause this video and go get 4 crowns that are different colors. After you have got your crowns, return and push play. So now you should have got 4 crowns that are different colors. You can choose the colors that you use, just make sure you color code it correctly. So I'm going to start with the right angle. So I'm going to come down here and I've chosen the color blue for right angle. So my right angle is going to be identified by the color blue. So I'm going to color in this box blue. If I think about the definition of a right angle is always 90 degrees. So I'm going to box in 90. I can't color on my device because you can't read the number. But if you would like, you can color in yours if it makes it easier to read. But because you can't see mine, I'm going to. Alright, the next one I know is an exact number, is a straight angle. So for my straight, I'm going to make it red. I remember a straight angle is always 180 degrees. So I'm going to box mine. Again, I encourage you to color the 180 box in with your color. I can't do it because as you can see with the 90, I can't read the 90 anymore. So go ahead and box or color in the 180 for the straight. Alright, the next one we're going to look at is obtuse. In an obtuse angle, I'm going to go ahead and color code mine green. And if I think about the definition that I wrote down in lesson 1, it was any angle that is greater than 90 but less than 180, which means it is anywhere from 91 all the way to 179 degrees. So 91 all the way to 179. So if I see anything with these numbers, I know that it is an obtuse. So again, I would encourage you to color this whole section green, which I cannot do. I'm curious. I was trying to. So this whole section should now be color green. So you should have, or whatever color you're using for obtuse, I guess, if you're not using green. So this whole color should be all the same color. And finally, the last section we're going to do is the acute section. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and make my acute orange. And remember An acute angle, according to our definition in lesson 1, is anything that is less than 90 degrees. So that's going to be from 1 all the way to 89. So from 1 to 89 is going to be acute. So it should match what color? So again, this whole section should be colored in. So what I can see now is that a right angle is 90 degrees. A straight angle is 180. And obtuse is greater than 90 and less than 180. So it's not 180. And acute is anything less than 90. So I'm going to take this sheet and I'm going to look at the next page. Go ahead and turn to page 5. Alright, so we're on page 5. So now you see at the top of page 5, it shows you just a number. And the directions tell us if we need to determine if the angle described is acute, obtuse, right, or straight, based upon that number. So that says it's 141. So if I flip back to page 1, if you flip back to page 1, I'm going to find where 141 is. And I would see in mine that it's in the green. And the green tells me that that is obtuse. So I'm going to write obtuse. So 141 degrees is indeed an obtuse angle. Let's try the next one. Number 2 says 37. So 37 degrees. That's what this little thing up here is. That's a degree sign. So I'm going to flip back to page 4. I'm going to see where 37 is. And when I do this, I find that 37 is in my orange section. So that tells me that 37 would be an acute angle. Alright, let's look at number 3. Number 3 says 90 degrees. So I'm going to flip back to page 4. And I see that 90 is my sole blue box. And remember, my blue box is a right angle because all right angles are only exactly 90 degrees. So this is a right angle. Then I look at number 4. Number 4 tells me it's 180 degrees. So I flip back to page 4, my cool color-coded chart, and I see that 180 degrees is coded red. And remember, all my red is straight because straight angles are only 180 degrees. So number 4 is straight. So as you can complete page 5, 6, and 7, you need to look at the number, find it on the page 4 chart, and decide what type of angle it is. So you need to do this for page 5. At the bottom of page 5, when you finish number 20, you need to have an adult sign off on this page. You will do the same thing. When you finish page 6, you will have an adult sign off on the bottom. And again, when you finish page 7, you will have an adult sign off on the bottom.